Okay, right. Okay, so this is a ghosting session from the other day. So ghosting is squash-specific movement. What we're trying to do is mimic a rally in squash. So as you can see, I'm moving to the middle of the court, to the back. I'm shuffling rather than running, side to side to side, and back again. The object of what I'm trying to improve is I'm trying to groove these movements so that they become automatic, like tying your shoelace. So literally, there's probably nothing that you can do to improve your squash movement more than ghosting. So moving into the shot, moving back to the middle. The first movement off the tee is the fast movement. So you're trying to be explosive off the tee, slowing down onto the ball, and then fast back to the tee and slowing down onto the tee. Other things that you're trying to look for, you're trying to have racket preparation. So as you move off the tee, the racket is coming straight up, as you can see. Now, as you actually speed this up, you actually start to get quite quick with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is have a look at this in slow motion now. Okay, so the movement, the racket's up, stretching into the shot and out. So as you can see, the transition in and out of that shot there, that's the speed and efficiency in and out of the corners. If you do that, you get back to the tee quickly, you're ready for the next ball. And again, on the volley in the middle, slowing down onto the tee, and then split step, move quick with the racket up, volley on the backhand side, and back to the middle. Split step. So the split step is as you land on the tee and as your opponent is striking the ball, you're looking to do a little jump onto your toes there, and that improves your speed onto the ball. Okay. In and out of the shot. There we go. Great stuff. So we look to keep up the ghosting for maybe a minute on, a minute off. Possibly if you get up to a minute on, 30 seconds off, and then repeat maybe 5-6 times, and that's a good start. Right, we're moving on to hitting some forehand straight drives. So we've done our ghosting, and now we're actually going to hit some balls. So literally, what I'm doing is I'm just hitting a couple of balls just to get used to get my eye in, just to hit a few shots. So there's not really a target as such yet. What I will do, I'm just aiming for about the middle blue line, about that height. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to prepare with my racket up, get my racket up in position early. That was a little late, very tight onto the wall there. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get good preparation. So the racket is up, hitting through the ball, racket's up. So at this stage I've just started hitting balls. And if you watch carefully, you can see the ball's not quite hitting the middle of the strings. So that's probably not keeping the head quite still. That was better. So what you look for, you want to keep the head still when you strike the ball, a bit like golf. Head was still. And you want the rotation of the shoulders, you want to turn the shoulders to be facing the back wall and not over rotating the shoulders. Rackets up. That's it, kept your eye on the ball there. Stepping in. Get your eye on the ball. So the other things that we're looking for is the follow through. You want the follow through to go through the line of the ball. And if I were to give a criticism of myself here, the follow through is not going through the line, but it's going right over. That's a follow through for a cross court. It should be following the line. If you were to let go of the racket on the point of impact, would the racket go in the same direction that the ball's going? And that's for if you mistime the ball, but your follow through is in the direction of the ball, the ball will still go in the direction that you wanted it to, even though you mistimed it. So you can see an area for improvement there. So this was just a little bit of a test video from a practice session that I did the other day, just to really, because I'm going to be actually doing a few of these videos and getting to grips with the editing software, adding captions, adding voiceover, that kind of thing. Also be using some of the other software to try and actually do more analysis, more coaching analysis of the shots. Just watching some of these shots now, starting to get into a rhythm, starting to hit the ball a bit better, getting the height hitting exactly on the blue line. What I'm trying to do, as you're improving, you're actually starting to hit targets. So I want the ball to bounce between the back service box and the back wall, about halfway, and that's called a working drive. So I'm just trying to practice hitting that same spot on the court, and again, so I'm starting to hit the same height. That one's a little short, as you can see, just carrying on there. But yeah, that's the idea, and I'm going to be doing a few more of these videos soon, so keep your eyes peeled. So moving on to backhand straight drives. Okay, I'm just going to quickly rush through all this. Really, I just wanted to do a demonstration video just to get going. Hitting the ball very fast there. Okay, so, and slowing back down to have a bit more of a look. Shortly, okay. So the idea was to spend about 5-6 minutes on one shot. And okay, let's just have a quick look in slow motion, just to have a look. The racket's back. It's good. A little close to the body, so I need a bit more distance between myself and the shot, as I can see there. What I'm trying to do there is come from the back foot, transfer the weight from the back foot to the front foot. So instead of the traditional step like that with the left foot, I'm trying to practice coming off the back foot and transferring the weight. That's a traditional shot using the front foot, and that's off the back foot. Need to get a little lower because I'm a bit high up, so I need to get a little lower into the shot. So I see a lot of work to be done there. Preparation's a little late. So again, can see areas for improvement. So the racket prep needs to be earlier so that the last part of the shot isn't rushed. Again, not getting down low enough, needs to have the back foot maybe further back towards the centre of the court. And get the knees down a little bit lower, so bend down into the shot. The other thing I can see is a little bit of over rotation. That was better, more control. That's a wild swing. You can have a look at the follow through there. It's fairly wild. That was more compact. So I'm trying to get power. So I've actually using my shoulder to try and get power there, instead of the rotation of the body and the timing of the rotation. And to finish off, a little bit more ghosting. And there we go.